네, 안녕하세요. 이영미입니다. 어젯밤에 노스캐롤라이나에 왔습니다. 오늘 이곳은 지금 더럼불스 트리플 A, 그러니까 탬파베이의 트리플 A 팀이 이제 더럼불스인데요. 더럼불스 애슬레틱 파크이라고 이 야구장 홈구장입니다. 여기 왜 왔냐면은 데이비드 뷰캐넌 선수가 속해 있는 팀이 이 더럼불스로 원정을 왔거든요. 리하이밸리 팀인데요. 저 뒤에 우통을 벗고 럭비공으로 몸을 풀고 있는 뷰캐넌 선수를 볼 수 있었는데요. 오늘 뷰캐넌 선수와 인터뷰를 통해서 그동안 필라델피아 필리스 트리플 A 팀에서 어떻게 생활했는지, 그리고 삼성 팬들한테 어떤 메시지를 전하는지 저희가 인터뷰를 통해서 한번 만나볼 예정입니다. 여러분 기대해 주세요.
안녕하세요. I'm David Buchanan. It's definitely different. The game's become a lot more analytical. It's very numbers based, which is kind of taking some getting used to. A lot of times I'm out there, they'll start throwing numbers at me that I really don't even know what they mean because I haven't been around it. So that's taking some getting used to. But all in all, when the game's played, it's still the same game. It was great. It was cool to be back in that environment. It was where my first big league spring training was years ago. So to be back in the same atmosphere with just having been there before and like seeing some familiar people from the front office that are still around, it was really cool. And having my wife have a chance to be there and experience that, it was a lot of fun. When you're in the bullpen, it depends on your role, that how many times you're going to come into a game. I threw a lot of innings last week, so they wanted to have me recovered to be fresh for this week. I'm ready to go now, but the game hasn't dictated a situation for me to be in there. But I can be in there today, I can be in there tomorrow. You never really know. But all I can do is just continue to stay ready, and when my name is called, do my job. I think it was more so the fact of just not trying to change too much. I think it was kind of the opposite. I was trying not to focus on too many things. I was throwing well in the KBO, and it's challenging to pitch there. So when I came back here, I didn't want to change who I was. I found myself as a ball player over there, so I wanted just to stay consistent of what I was doing. And when I got into the States, to see if what I did over there would translate here. So I wanted to stay true to myself and just continue to build on the things that I had built over in Korea. Oh yeah, of course. I mean, it's obviously it's not the major leagues, which is what you plan on doing when you come back from here. Because in the KBO, it feels like the major leagues. You're playing in huge stadiums in front of all these fans. It's a little different atmosphere. But this is part of it. It's still a chance to play with a lot of good players. There's a lot of guys that you face here in AAA are the same guys that you see in the major leagues on any given day that go up and down. So it's a lot of fun seeing familiar faces that I've seen on TV and being able to face them in this atmosphere. But again, all you can do, I just show up every day, continue to work hard, and try to prove myself to get a chance up in Philly. I thought I threw well in spring training, but the Phillies have a team that was pretty much set the last couple of years, so it was going to be really hard to break that roster, and I knew that going in. But I knew worst case scenario, I'm playing for an amazing organization, and I'm playing for a place that I'm familiar with. I'm 20 minutes from home, and I had the potential to get called up on a World Series caliber team. So it was a pretty easy decision. I have no expectations. I have hopes and dreams of getting called up. But if and when that happens, I don't know. I just try to show up every day and continue to work on what I need to work on, be a good teammate, and just play to win. And hopefully everything else takes care of itself. It's the first start of the year. You're up there and it's cold. It's guys you've never faced before, and there's a little pressure of trying to make sure you do well because you're the new guy coming in. You want to show your stuff, and you get a little out of your norm as far as your pitching ability. You're throwing to a new catcher, and he's catching a new pitcher. So there's a lot of aspects that go into it. But I mean, first game, 10th game, it's just a game that you take, and sometimes you have good ones, sometimes you have bad ones. So you just got to move forward. It was good. It was nice to at least after the first one, it was nice to come back with a strong outing. Just like, okay, yeah, I can still do this. So it's a little bit of a confidence booster. So that felt good. Yeah, it felt good. I think mainly when my games weren't going the way I wanted them to, I was walking some hitters, and I'm not really known for walking guys. Just getting location. Like I said earlier, you're facing really good players here. So if you make mistakes and give them free bases, that's when you get hurt. So trying to minimize those walks and make sure that I'm executing my pitches is what I continue to try to work on every day to keep those from happening again. That was actually just a situation that was kind of a little miscommunication. So I was fine. My back was sore for a couple days, but just for roster reasons, I had to go onto the. I had to go on the injured list, but I was never really injured. I was only sore for a couple of days. Yeah.
Is everything okay?
Oh yeah, I was fine. I was for like 2 days. I was sore, and then I was completely fine.
So it was miscommunication.
Yeah, just miscommunication. Yeah, I've never done that before, so this is something different for me. But it's a chance for me to kind of showcase some different abilities that I can do for just like for the team here in Philadelphia, to show that I can do multiple things. That if you need me to start, I can start. If you need to come on the bullpen, I can do that. So I have multiple ways that I can hopefully help your team win. I hope so. That's the plan. I'm hoping and praying, and I'm trying to pitch well enough to make that happen. But I sure do hope so, because that obviously they're an amazing team, have an amazing year, and that they're going to be playing in the postseason and more likely the World Series. So that's every kid's dream to play in the World Series. So I really hope I get a chance to go up there and help them. It holds a special place in my heart. When we found out that we weren't going back, it was a very sad moment for us. It's exciting to be here in the States and potentially play in the major leagues again. But that held a special place in our hearts. We've talked about going back and potentially going back to the Samsung Lions, but right now there was no space for us to go because the other foreign pitchers are throwing really well, which is great. The Samsung Lions are having a great year, which makes me excited for them. I hope they can win a championship. But no, that's a special place that will always be with my family and I, and we would more than love to go back and play there again. Yeah, I talked with Mino and Wantane. I just say, hey, I saw you guys are doing really well. Keep it up. Miss you. Hope all is well. Hey, Wantane, my man. Hey, fighting. Keep going, man. Ace pitcher, new ace pitcher.
Yeah. And
Mino, dude, keep going, man. I miss you, dude. I miss throwing to you. Miss seeing you every day. Bum. I love that place. I love being in Samsung and Daegu, just the city, the people, the fans, the coaches. Again, I loved it. I loved every day of it, and I would more than love to go back and play there again. It was a great time. Well, I know. I mean, they were at like second and fourth and third, second. But I know, are they in two right now? Yeah, they're close.
They're going, oh yeah.
Yeah, they're doing great, man. That makes me real happy. I've watched some of the highlights. Yeah, I watched some of the highlights. I'm not there to experience it personally, but the fact that they're in second place, fighting for first place, is awesome. So they clearly made an adjustment or did something where everybody's playing well as a team, and that's awesome. I'm excited for them. Yeah, so I don't have social media, so it all goes through my wife. But fans are consistently like sending Ashley messages and saying kind words, so it's very sweet. They miss me and my family, and they want me to come back to Samsung and stuff like that. But it's very nice to, even though I'm gone, they're still following us and still staying in touch. It means a lot. It was some personal reasons, again, like with my family and having to come here for family situations. They did offer me a multi-year contract, which I was extremely flattered by. We couldn't agree on the details of the multi-year contract, so that was kind of a situation that we had to try to discuss and work out. We couldn't, unfortunately, agree on the details, but I was still extremely flattered just for them offering me a multi-year contract. But no, I was flattered for the offer. But yeah, and there was always some family reasons here that we had to come back. So there was a few influences that made the decision. Oh, absolutely. I think about it every day. No, I can't say that I regret my decision, just because like I made it based off of faith, and I prayed a lot about it. My wife and I had many conversations about it and what was best for the family. And we didn't think that going back to Samsung was the wrong decision. It's just, again, like with the contract, we couldn't come with agreements on certain details. And then being here back in the States was kind of important for my kids at this point in their lives. So that took a lot of consideration as well. Oh, of course. Yeah. I would love to go back there. I had a great time there. My family would love to go back. But yeah, it would be up to the team. You know, it'd be up to the team if they want to bring me back or not. I definitely want to make it back to the major leagues because I want to prove to myself that I can still do it, and then I want to win. You know, I'd love to win a World Series or go to Korea and win a championship. Like I want to win. I want to win a championship wherever that is. And I want to play for many more years. So that's also a goal. Fans, everyone who continues to send messages to Ashley to check on us and see how we're doing and send kind words of love and affection, I just want you to know that it means the world as always. I've always been straightforward with you guys about how kind it is and how much that means to my family and I. So the fact that I'm not there and you're still sending those messages to her about our family means the world to us, and from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much. And I hope one day we can all see you again.